So one of the last things we're now going to look at is a few more of our different types of camera and lighting accessories. The first and most common one that you'll likely need is a tripod. You're going to need a tripod if you're expecting to do any kind of still life or studio work, anywhere where you're going to be operating in low light or anywhere where the camera needs to stay fixed. So some examples are landscape photography, product photography, food and drink photography, potentially wildlife photography, architectural photography, and interiors photography. If you're doing things like fashion or weddings or anywhere where the camera needs to be on the move a lot, probably won't need a tripod. Now, what a tripod is for is that you can attach the camera to it, lock it down, and freeze its position. It's really good for when you're in a situation with low light or where you need to take many of the same image and stack them up. How much should you spend? When it comes to tripods, I would recommend spending about 1/3 the amount that you did on your camera. Tripods are something where if you buy used, they do degrade more quickly because they are analog. They are something that's going to get bussed around. If you need a tripod, then you have to get a tripod. There aren't any other sort of cheaper alternatives out there. The next aspect that we're going to be looking at is lighting control. There are two major types. There's reflectors and softboxes. A softbox is an attachment that goes on the end of a light that is almost like an umbrella with a diffusion sheet on the end that softens the light. A reflector is a hard cone with a metallic interior that creates a beam of light. Now, there are many, many use cases for either one, but you will find that reflectors are most useful in the studio when doing still life, and you'll find softboxes are most useful in the studio when taking pictures of people, though there's a lot of crossover in each. If you're going to be working outside, I would look at getting softboxes exclusively, and in particular, ones that are mobile and hand-holdable, so that way you can give them to an assistant. When it comes to lighting control, it really depends on what industry you're in. If you're like me and you do still life photography, it's going to be the most important expense. Whereas if you're a wedding photographer, it's not quite as important. But generally, the equipment that you should buy should be roughly the same value as your camera or lens. And another studio accessory that you might need are scrims, balances, and reflectors. A scrim is a piece of material that when shining light through it, it diffuses the light and makes it softer. A reflector is a metallic material that when light hits it, it bounces back onto our subject. Silver reflectors produce a cold light. Gold reflectors produce a warm light. A balance card is a piece of flat matte material that you can use to fill in the shadows by bouncing light back onto a subject.